It's a sunny afternoon in a small classroom. The students are focused, working through their math problems. At the front of the room, the teacher stands with a warm smile, looking around at her students. Her gaze falls on Ethan, a quiet boy sitting at the back. Ethan doesn't like math much. Numbers often confuse him, twisting around in ways he can't quite figure out. But he's always trying, always giving it his best. The teacher steps closer to Ethan and asks, "Ethan, if I give you one orange and then I give you 2 more oranges, how many oranges will you have?" Ethan pauses, thinking carefully. After a moment, he looks up and says, 4. The teacher blinks, slightly confused. She repeats the question, thinking maybe Ethan misunderstood. "Ethan, if I give you 1 orange and then 2 more, how many oranges will you have?" Ethan stays firm, repeating confidently, 4. The room starts to fill with whispers. Some students giggle, puzzled by Ethan's answer. The teacher frowns slightly, still confused. But then she remembers that Ethan loves apples, so she decides to switch things up to help him understand better. "All right, Ethan, if I give you 1 apple and then I give you 2 more apples, how many apples will you have?" Ethan brightens, and without hesitation he replies, 3. The teacher smiles, feeling relieved that he got the apple question right. "Good," she says. "Now, let's go back to the oranges. If I give you 1 orange and then 2 more oranges, how many will you have?" Ethan looks at her, still confident. 4. The classroom falls into silence. The students stop whispering, and all eyes are on Ethan. The teacher's about to correct him again when Ethan leans forward with a small smile and says, "I already have 1 orange in my bag." Suddenly, everything makes sense. Ethan wasn't confused, he wasn't wrong. He was thinking beyond the question, factoring in something nobody else had considered. He already had 1 orange, and with 2 more, that made 4. The teacher smiles warmly, realizing this moment was about much more than a simple math question. It was about perspective. Ethan didn't see things the way everyone else did, but that didn't mean he was wrong. And this brings us to the real lesson behind Ethan's answer, one that we can all learn from. First, perspective matters. Each of us sees the world in our own unique way, shaped by our experiences, knowledge, and even the small details that others might not notice. Ethan's perspective was influenced by the fact that he already had an orange in his bag, something the teacher and the other students couldn't have known. Just because someone's answer is different doesn't make it wrong. They might be seeing something that others have overlooked. In life, we need to remember that what seems obvious to us might not be so clear to someone else, and vice versa. Then, there's communication and understanding. Too often, we jump to conclusions and assume we know why someone says or does something. But as this story shows, it's important to pause and ask for clarification before making any judgments. The teacher could have dismissed Ethan's answer as wrong, but by being open and asking questions, she was able to understand his thinking. In the same way, we can avoid misunderstandings by simply taking the time to listen and communicate. Finally, patience in teaching is a crucial lesson, especially for mentors, teachers, or anyone guiding others. It's easy to get frustrated when someone doesn't give the expected response. But as this story illustrates, there may be hidden reasons behind those answers. Ethan wasn't wrong. He just had a different piece of information that influenced his thinking. Teachers and mentors need to recognize that every student learns and processes information differently. Patience allows us to uncover those hidden reasons and help others in a way that truly benefits them. In the end, Ethan's story reminds us that understanding takes more than quick judgments. It requires perspective, communication, and patience. Next time you find yourself facing an unexpected answer or a different viewpoint, pause and consider, is there something I'm not seeing? What's their perspective? You might discover that their view is just as valid, and by embracing it, you can learn something new. So believe, grow, and inspire. Nothing can stop you. This story is to fuel your day. Thank you so much for watching and stay blessed.